History is shaped by people. Some are remembered for progress. Others are remembered as warnings. This is not a story of greatness. This is a story of how anger, failure, and hatred can change the world. One man rose from poverty and rejection to absolute power. His actions led to the deadliest war in human history. To understand the destruction he caused, we must first understand how he was formed. This is the story of Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was born on April 20th, 1889, in the small border town of Braunau am Inn, Austria. His father, Alois Hitler, was a strict customs officer. He demanded discipline and obedience. His mother, Clara Hitler, was gentle and deeply caring. Adolf was closer to his mother than anyone else. Her death later in his life would leave a deep emotional wound. As a child, Adolf struggled in school. He argued with teachers, rejected authority, and showed little interest in structured education. But there was one thing he loved: art. He spent hours drawing buildings, landscapes, and cities. He dreamed of becoming an artist. At a young age, he already felt misunderstood. That feeling would never leave him. After his father's death, Adolf moved to Vienna. He believed the city would give him purpose. He applied to the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts. He was rejected. He applied again. He was rejected again. The academy told him he lacked talent. For Adolf Hitler, this rejection was devastating. He became homeless. He slept in shelters. He sold small paintings just to survive. This was not the life he imagined. Failure began to turn into bitterness, and bitterness began searching for someone to blame.
Vienna was a diverse city. Different cultures, religions, and ideas lived side by side. Instead of embracing this diversity, Hitler felt threatened by it. He read extremist newspapers. He absorbed radical nationalist ideas. Slowly, he developed intense hatred toward Jews and minorities. There is no evidence these groups harmed him personally, but they became symbols for his failure. Hatred gave his anger direction, and direction gave his life meaning. In 1914, World War I began. Hitler volunteered for the German army. For the first time, he felt he belonged. He served as a messenger on the front lines. The war was brutal. Explosions, death, fear. Hitler was wounded twice. He received the Iron Cross for bravery. The army became his identity. The war gave him purpose. Then Germany lost. To Hitler, defeat was betrayal. After the war, Germany was humiliated. The Treaty of Versailles punished the nation. The economy collapsed. Money lost value overnight. People starved. Anger filled the streets. In times of crisis, people search for answers, and dangerous men offer simple ones. Hitler joined a small political group called the German Workers' Party. He discovered something unexpected. When he spoke, people listened. His speeches were emotional. He blamed enemies. He promised greatness. Soon he became the leader. The party was renamed the National Socialist German Workers' Party, the Nazi Party. A failed artist had found a new stage. In 1929, the world economy collapsed. Germany suffered deeply. Hitler offered hope, jobs, pride, and national rebirth. Millions believed him. In 1933, Adolf Hitler became Chancellor of Germany. Opposition parties were banned. The press was controlled. Fear became law. Germany was no longer free. Hitler was now a dictator. Children were taught to obey. Books were burned. Art was censored. Anyone who disagreed
disappeared. Hatred was no longer personal. It was government policy. Jews were stripped of rights, forced into ghettos, deported. Millions were murdered in camps. This was not war. This was genocide, the darkest chapter in human history.
In 1939, Germany invaded Poland. World War II began. At first, Hitler won. Europe fell quickly. Power made him reckless.
Hitler invaded the Soviet Union. It was a fatal mistake. German forces collapsed. Allies closed in. The empire he dreamed of was dying. In April 1945, Berlin was surrounded. Hitler hid underground in a bunker. On April 30th, 1945, Adolf Hitler ended his life. Days later, Nazi Germany surrendered. Over 60 million people died. Entire cities were destroyed. This story is not told to remember a man. It is told to remember what happens when hate is given power. History remembers Adolf Hitler not as a hero, but as a warning.